Hi, I'm going to show you how you can easily have the ability for your customers to pay invoices on your B2B storefront or D2C storefront. This all uses Salesforce Payments behind the scenes. So you'll use Salesforce Payments to possibly allow your customers to make real-time payments on your storefront, but then that same Salesforce Payments configuration is used here to allow them to pay invoices. So they might actually pay through purchase orders or something like that, and then once a month or whatever your terms are to pay the invoices, they come in here and they can see their invoices. You can see there's a whole list of invoices here. They can drill into individual invoices to see more information about the invoice. They can filter, they can sort. There's one overdue invoice, they can see that here. They can manage their payment settings. So what we see in here is they already have one payment method saved. And again, this is all Salesforce Payments. So we'll add another payment method. We have it set up for credit card and ACH, which are typical for B2B commerce, but you can set it up to use any payment types supported by Salesforce Payments, such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, Venmo, etc. I'll enter a new credit card here. And again, all Salesforce Payments. Nothing is saved in Salesforce. It is all PCI compliant, tokenized. And here I have Google helping me out with autocomplete on addresses. And I'll click Save here to save this new card. The payment method was successfully saved. So now you can see I have two different payment methods. If I want, I can make this the new default payment method. Let me go back to my invoices here and I'll show you how we can make a payment. So I'm going to find the overdue payment here. That's this one. It's the 54435. I can go to Pay Now. Select the overdue invoice and go to Checkout. Now I can choose either one of my payment methods here. I'll select the one that I just had added. Click Pay. And now it's processing. It's interfacing with Salesforce Payments. The payment is made. So I'm going to go back to payment settings and show you how I can set up recurring payments. So in here, I already have one recurring payment set up, and that's all I would ever have. So I'm going to click in here and edit it. And you can see I have this named monthly auto pay. I have it set up for the 15th of the month. Start date when it should start billing. What credit card it uses. I could switch the credit cards here. And it's important to note that everything that we're doing is highly extensible. So we can add different business rules in, we can make it so they can't pick their days so that it's assigned internally by your Salesforce CSRs or something like that, or maybe all of your payments are on the same day of the month for all of your accounts. Things like that can easily be done. So I'll cancel back out of here. I'm going to go back to my invoices here. Go to Invoice Status Overdue. Nothing anymore. Paid. There's two now. This is the one that was just paid, right here. You can see that the status is paid. Now, if I go to payments here, I can see a list of all the payments that were done. And this is the payment that was just done, right here. I can click into that and I can see it was for this invoice here, when it was paid, what the card was, right there. So there's a lot of different information that I can get as a customer logging in here and doing this all self-service. And again, all using Salesforce Payments. So now I want to go into Salesforce and show you what your CSRs would see. Or perhaps this is your finance department coming in here. It all depends. So here I have the account, and on the account I can go into the related lists. I can see the different invoices. I can see that I have those two unpaid. Here's the one that I just paid. I can see the payments that were made. Again, the payment that was just made. I can see the payment invoice groups. So when I make a payment, I can pay more than one payment at a time, and if I do that, it shows up that they're grouped together. And additionally, when I set up my payment configuration to do monthly payments, it will just pay all invoices that are due. What I also want to show you here is that we have the saved payment methods. Again, these are all PCI compliant. These are standard Salesforce objects, these payment methods that are the same that Salesforce Payments uses because it is Salesforce Payments. So I can click in here, and this is the Visa card that I just entered in. It has some information, all PCI compliant, just lasts for expiration month, so if there's any sort of troubleshooting. And then you can see here a link into the Stripe customer as well. So that leads me to the next thing. I really want to emphasize that this uses Salesforce Payments. So I'm going to go in here to the Payments workspace, and this shows all payments. This would actually show a mix of payments. If you were allowing payments through your storefront, it would show those as well as the invoice payments. So you can see this is the payment that was just made here, and it shows that it was a success. Succeeded. If there's a failure or something like that, it'll show as failed. For ACH, if it's still pending, it'll show that it's pending. And then you can sort and look by authorized, captured, or disputed, refunded, whatever else you might have in there as well. So as you can see, there is a lot of really good functionality that can be bolted onto your B2B commerce site or D2C commerce site to allow your customers to self-serve invoice payments. Whether it's making one-time payments when they're due or making multiple payments at a time for multiple invoices, or whether it's making a schedule for invoices to be paid at a periodic timing, such as once a month. This adds on a lot of requested functionality that we have seen from our customers, and we believe it will really help you to solve your issues and make your payments of invoices for your customers much more efficient and timely.